This whole layout is cool with you?
Yes. I mirrored my camera. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, same. Because I before you entered, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna fix my hair, and then I went the other way. Like,
I know, no. The
I was
problem
like,
with
oh
me
shit.
is the tattoo. It's like backwards, but if I knew, I wouldn't have gotten this, you know.
Oh my god! Wait, what does it say backward?
um, liar.
Larry. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I didn't even think about it. I literally kicked out Brock with the kids out of the house. So I don't know. I have some time
Same.
to coach his house. Imagine, because I was like, I don't think you can stay here because I can't go to another room because the internet is really bad. Like I tried recording one podcast in the other room and it's like lagging, so it's awful, you know.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, coach
Same.
literally lives like a walk away. So it's like, maybe go to coach's house. He's like, okay, I'll text him. He's an amazing guy. So,
Yes, I love that.
Spanish guy, really, really cool. So he's like, yeah, sure, I'm in Kyoto, but I'm coming home around 7. So I was like, before I was like, yeah, go, wait at the door. He's coming.
Please. This is like Shaq's media room. That's why there's all these lights. I used to stream with him too.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, he keeps buying lights. Like we are having arguments on that. He has like 10 studio lights in the house. We are not even like photographers or anything.
But it looks cool. I feel like I should have that. I should have something more fun going on. But I'm still working on it.
Shaq will send you.
Please.
These are crazy. I can change the colors and everything. I love it.
Oh, that's sick. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But it probably would take me an hour to set up and then
It's actually very nice. I swear, because I haven't streamed in like a year and a half, and Shaq knows everything. So, like 20 minutes before I sit down, I was like, "What am I gonna do? How do I cut these on? I don't know." There's like 6 of them in this room, and he was like, "Okay, just open the computer, and it's the app right on the computer, like for the front lights, and then this one, the behind lights, is on my phone, and I can control them like
oh,
our."
it's like a tech room. That's sick.
It's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a little intro. And today, welcome, Beril. I have Beril Mckissic on the Real MVP segment of the Real Deal podcast. That's a bit confusing, but I have a few segments there going on. And I'm so happy that I knew that when I met you, I feel like it was in 2017 I met you for the first time. We were watching the game in Istanbul.
I think it was 2019.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
I might be a little off around that time.
Around that time, yes. Because I recently married Shaq, that's how I remember.
Okay. I was thinking when we were in Anadolu FS, and then I just kind of meshed a few years together, I guess. But yeah, and then I interviewed you for EuroLeague during the EuroLeague Final Four in Kaunas this past May, and I knew that we can have a really cool conversation. So I'm very happy to welcome you on my podcast.
Yes, hello everyone.
I will start with a few questions, so people who do not know you will get to know you better, and then these are just like short answer, whatever.
Okay.
So I know that you're Turkish and Greek. Is that right? Like, yeah.
Yes. So my great grandma was born in Thessaloniki, but then she moved to Turkey. That's why I don't have a Greek passport, because she got her Turkish passport and then it was a whole thing. They couldn't find her birth certificates and stuff, so they couldn't apply for a Greek citizenship. But my mom's side is like Greek, I guess, like immigrants to Turkey. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's like this whole thing.
Yeah.
1923,
really cool.
I think they went to Turkey. So, and the Greek people went to Greece from Turkey. I don't know the exact story of it, but that's why I'm Turkish.
That's cool. Like it's funny that you ended up living in Athens as well, you know?
It's so crazy. When we first heard that we were coming here, I was like, oh my God, I'm going home. Like it's so crazy to be from somewhere and then life just brings that place to you, you know? It's crazy.
True. I mean, it's meant to be, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And how old are you?
I'm 24. I will be 24 on April.
That's just not fair. And how long you and Chag have been together?
Um, we've been, it's gonna be 5 years of our wedding anniversary on May 7, which is crazy. And we met 5 years, 3 months before that. So we got married in 3 months of knowing each other.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yes, Shaq, like on the first day, he asked me my ring size. And I was like, wait, this guy is just too cheesy. Like, why are you asking me my ring size? And I, because he was being cheesy, so I was like kind of flirting back. I was like, oh, you want to find out together? And we did find out together 3 months later and got married.
Oh my God. But like, where did like was it a short ceremony? I said these were short questions, but no way, we're talking about this.
No, we can. It's fine. I love talking about this because of the reactions I get to it. So we had like what do you call it? Like courthouse thing.
Yeah.
We had no guests, nothing, and our in Turkey you have to have what do you call that? Witnesses. So our witness was the GM of Gaziantep basketball and the assistant coach, I think, of Gaziantep basketball. So we had no family, nothing. We even told our families after, but they, of course.
Oh my God, if that's not crazy, I don't know what it is.
It's really crazy. It's like it feels like a fairy tale. And it's been 5 years almost, you know?
That's amazing. That's wow. And talking about meant to be again, I'm gonna say it again because there's no other words I can find for this. That's crazy.
I just love it because, like, you will think because it was such a short time of us knowing each other, it wouldn't last this long. But we are so similar, the way we think, the way like we see things, like we are eye to eye on everything. So that's why I think it's gonna last a lifetime, you know.
That's amazing. That's a great story to tell your kids and grandkids. Wow.
And I hope they
But
don't
then be like, I was just about to say, like, we have a great story, but do not dare doing that right now.
No, if my son gets married to someone after 3 months of knowing them and not even introduce me to them, it will be a problem for sure.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, so we're back to the short questions.
Yes, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. This is awesome. Your favorite cuisine or your
My
favorite
favorite
food?
cuisine, Italian for sure. I love pasta, pizza. Those are my two favorite things.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like it's like every kid's dream, you know? Like, you know, and everybody would say that. Your favorite designer, if you have
My
one.
favorite designer. I'm not like a designer person. Like I don't go shopping for designer a lot. But like I have off-white glasses. So I guess off-white style aligns more with me. And not because I walked for her, but it's a Greek designer. Celia Kırtayoti is one of my favorite designers, yes.
That's very nice. I saw your catwalk, by the way. You looked sick.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. My stomach was in knots and it just went dark for me. I was walking, but like my body, my soul was like not in my body. Shaq was like, did you see me? Did you see me in the audience? I was like, I didn't see anything. I don't remember anything. I just walked and get out and I was like, my stomach hurt.
Oh my God, I could imagine. But I mean, you did great, so that's fine. Because you know, other like, not didn't faint, didn't nothing. Because then you can like black out if you're really nervous like that. But
Oh my
I
God.
would be too.
I can
I
imagine
would
just
be too.
falling, fainting as the person that's the coming out like first on the show. I will die, I think, after that.
Oh my God! But we see a lot of videos like that of models doing that, so it happens.
Oh my God, I don't even want to think
No,
about
but
it.
no.
I
You
ever
did
get it
well. You
again.
did awesome. I saw.
Thank you, thank you.
Best place for holiday.
Best place for holiday. I really like Antalya, like the all
Oh,
inclusive resorts and stuff. I like that, and I think Greek islands. I haven't been to one of the vacation islands, but I think it will be amazing if we ever did. This is my message to Shaq.
Jack, if you're listening, Mykonos, Santorini is waiting for you.
This summer.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. I really like the south of Turkey as well. I love Bodrum. I
Oh
love
yes, Motum
Bodrum.
is nice also, yeah.
Um, so TikTok or Instagram?
Oh, that's a tough one for me. Um,
Yeah, you're
I
pretty active on both.
I can say Instagram just because TikTok removed the musics right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh yeah.
removed universal music groups, which is like most of the
Oh.
songs, like Nicki Minaj and stuff. They removed all of those, so now I don't have anything to lip sync to.
So your lip sync videos are just like
Yes,
right now?
exactly. I had to hide them because I was like, it was fun when there was music, but
Because
now it's weird.
it gives you an option to change song but leave the video and that would not work.
I can't match anything to it.
Oh god, that's hilarious. And your favorite kind of workout? I know you're working out a lot, so what is it?
Fitness, leg workouts for sure.
That's awesome. I like that
Yeah.
too. I feel like when I do legs, I feel like my whole and it kind of is like that. My whole body like works out. The only
Yeah.
time I sweat, I'm not a big sweater. The only time I sweat is during legs. If I'm doing upper body, I can do it for an hour, and I'm like, okay, cool. Do I need to
Yeah.
shower? Like I will, but I don't really feel like I do because I do not.
I don't sweat at all. So when I come from work, I'm like, I do need to take a shower because that's what I got to do after a workout. So I have to take a shower, but I don't sweat at all either. I love leg workouts for sure.
No, that's cool. Okay, awesome. So these were the few quick questions, and then my first question was going into how did you and Shaq meet? It's a very cliche question, but also it's sort of I want to know. And you kind of said about the wedding, but you didn't say how that first date happened.
Yeah.
So
So we had mutual friends, and Shaq saw me prior to him asking me my ring size. He saw me, but we didn't talk at all. And then he told my friend that he wants to take me out on a date and stuff. And something happened, and I didn't go. And he DM'd me, and I don't remember if I answered. I think I didn't answer. And then my friend like invited me to somewhere. They were there, and that's when Shaq was like, "What's your ring size?" So he saw me and he told his friend, he told me this like later on. He told his friend, "I'm gonna marry that girl." And I was like, I had no idea. He was like, "What's your ring size?" and stuff. I was like, "Oh, like, I don't know. Like, is he just trying to be cheesy? I don't know. Is he trying to be funny? Or is he I didn't think he was serious at all.
yeah.
And turns out he was serious. 3 months later we married. It's really like not a long story of how we met. Like he was just like, "I'm gonna marry that girl," and we married.
Well, I give that to him. That's pretty like spot on, you know. But funny strategy he had when you did not answer his DMs, he went and asked your ring size, dude. Like, you
He
know,
was like,
a lot
I
of
can't miss her
that's
again.
persistence. That's persistence. I like that. Like,
He was
okay,
he was
cool.
definitely like, "I'm not missing her again." So in case if I didn't answer his text again from Instagram, he was like, "No, just let's get married."
I love that. I love that. That's a good check. That's a good job.
He did good.
For sure. So I know that when I think when we met, and I don't know for how long after, you did streams on Twitch.
Hmm.
Um, so how did that start for you? And are you still doing it? Are you not doing it? And why you're not doing it if you're not like,
So yes, I was streaming around the time we met. Like 2019 was the year I started, I think. It was going well, and then we moved to, I think, Istanbul. and I like tried to continue, but the internet situation was so bad. Like our Wi-Fi, we had to buy a separate device and just keep connecting to that to stream. So it was a lot of things. And then I continued. We came to Greece. I continued, and then I got pregnant. And then when I was pregnant, I was still doing it. But Twitch is like a gamer world. So if you like tell them you're pregnant, they might not watch you, or they might keep like try to take shots at you to make you uncomfortable on the stream. So I was like comfortable at the beginning. I didn't tell them anything, but then my belly started getting big and I was getting uncomfortable sitting for a long time. And I stopped then. Then we went to States and we didn't have our computer. So I streamed, I think, few times on the laptop. And then I was like, okay, I don't think I can do anymore, like during pregnancy. After I gave birth, I wanted to do it. I didn't do it for a few months. Then I started again. And then my son, like he wanted attention, and I didn't want to be just on computer and just like do that, because you can't just do like 2 hours a day. You have to put a lot of hours in. If you do every day and have one day off, like that's fine. But that was becoming too much for me. I had to sit for like 3-4 hours and just like talk to people. It was just chatting. I was gaming time to time, but it was just a lot for me. So I stopped. Now it's been, I think, like 1.5 years since I last streamed. I do want to get back, since, like Shaq has this setup for me in the background and the front. So I might get back.
Quite perfect.
Yeah. So maybe I will start again soon. I don't know yet.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and you enjoy it? What's your favorite part of it?
My favorite part of it is like just, when I'm not streaming, Shaq is my person that I go to and just like talk his ear off. But when I'm streaming, people are there to actually listen to me. So if they can leave whenever they want, but there's still people there, so I can continue talking and not stop. That's the part that gets me about Twitch. Like I just love talking. I think you noticed this from the beginning, because I've been talking so much for every question.
I love that. That's the best person to interview. The worst is when you're like actually get one answer, one word answers, and you're like, all right, like,
Yeah,
but you're telling stories, which I love.
Yeah, I love talking.
That's cool. And so, what kind of role then social media plays in your life?
I see it as my job, and like also my passion a little bit. It's not my life, but like I do it as my job, and I like doing it.
That's cool. That's cool. And so, as a creative then, or as a creator, do you then enjoy creating on TikTok or on like what do you see the difference in your audience on TikTok or Instagram?
Yes, my TikTok has more women. I think it's because like my Instagram is full of Olympiacos fans, and it's mostly men, and they keep coming from Shaq, or like the camera shows me and then they post me, they find my name, and just men keeps following me. So my Instagram is mostly men, but TikTok is like a little bit more females on it. So it's like, I think it's less toxic than Instagram for me.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Also, I really wanted to talk to you about your tattoos. You have quite a few, and how did it all start? Yeah, you look phenomenal, honestly. If I was like, I would either go like no tattoos. I have one, but like I either would have one or none, or then I'm like full on blown another way. Like I would love like your tattoos are sick. I really insane. But my question is, so what was the first one, and how did it all like develop from there? And how old were you?
So when I first I had a tattoo here. It was like flying birds, like just so unnecessary in my opinion, because it was like I was 14. Okay, I didn't have any design or anything, any thought in my head. I was just like, I want to get a tattoo. What am I gonna get? So I went, at the time, I was listening to Demi Lovato and Justin Bieber. So I went and stole Demi Lovato's tattoo. and got it tattooed here. It's like it's supposed to mean like freedom, like I'm free. So I got that and I hated it for years. And I wish, like, the time I started, it's fine because Turkey, you know, we never check for IDs or anything. So it's just like free for all. But when I first thought to get tattoos, I wish I was like, I'm going to design my whole sleeve and I'm just going to get that like over the years. I didn't do that. So it was hard to, you know, like put this together. But we did it, so I don't hate it anymore. And I covered the birds because like not my favorite tattoo. But I just started doing this one and I think it's going better. Like I want to do portraits, but it's hard because you got to design it and then you got to get it. Like if you get one by one on your arms, it's so hard to bring them together. You have to come up with
Yeah,
something.
for sure. I see that. And then what about your face tattoos?
This is it's mirrored, but it's 7. It's my lucky number, and that's why Shaq wore 7 at Besiktas and 77 in Greece in Olympiacos.
Oh,
Yes, he couldn't wear
oh,
7 here
Shaq,
because
you're so cute.
he's.
Oh
But
my God,
I
that's
was like, when we were coming from Besiktas, I was like, "Oh, I really want you to wear like 7 again." And he was like, "I asked, and they say like it's definitely not possible." I was like, "Why? Like, is there someone with 7?" He was like, "Yes," and he's the legend in Greece. Like, I cannot. Like, there's no way. Even if he
there's no way
retires,
I'm even asking.
it's Spanoulis. So he was like, I think he told me he even had a conversation with him like, I'm gonna be your 77. Like, I hope like that's okay with you because he's the 7. So Shaq means
Yeah,
77, and I'm glad he asked. You know, that's a nice gesture.
yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, so that's why
That's
he
very
wears
nice.
77.
That's really cute. And did you like? Weren't you scared if like you're gonna get a tattoo on your face and you're not gonna like it? Because like I feel like that's what everybody thinks before getting a tattoo. Like even though my tattoo is on my ribs and I literally forget that I have it. And in Japan, like there are some places like in the gym. If you go to the gym, you have to cover tattoos. If you go to like these onsen like baths, you have to like saunas kind of thing. You have to cover tattoos, like because they like the tattoos here are associated with their like mafia. So like
Oh,
people do not have tattoos, or
my.
they have to cover them up, you know. So like I'm
I don't
like
know what I will do in Japan.
I I know exactly. There are some places. There are some places like now I think that they're getting a bit like, but the onsen, the spa that I go to, they're like this lady, and like I said, I forget my tattoo was like a little writing on my wrist, like very cliche, but like you know you don't see it, and plus winter, like in summer I would see it because like if you got like you know wear sports bras, wear like crop tops, whatever.
Mhm.
But then in winter, like I don't even, and I go, you have to be naked in those baths. Fun.
Yeah.
So like you go in, I go in, I sit next to this old lady, and she just has this pissed face on her. She sees my tattoo, and she like moves away from me. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do to you? Like, is my tattoo gonna like bite you? Like, what is
I
that?
don't get it.
Oh my God. No, I don't know, but they're like they're so old school. So they're so old school. Anyway, so like, what did you think before getting it? Like, weren't you like, because you know, it's like on your face. So
Yeah.
weren't you like, what if I don't like it? What do I do?
Um, I I decided to get a face tattoo. I usually do that. Like I book my appointment, then I decide what I want to get, which is not very, what not very good. But I
Living
booked
on the edge, girl.
it. Like that's just because I know I'm not gonna get it if I don't do that. So I booked the appointment, and it was the day off. Until that day, I was thinking about it, and then on the way to the tattoo studio, I was like, okay, like what am I gonna get on my face? And like every time I lift my head or like look at my phone, I kept seeing like number 7. I was like, this is a sign. I need to get 7 on my face. Like that's just what it's like what I have to do. And then after I got it, like for weeks, I kept seeing 7 everywhere. I don't know if it was like psychological because I was like, oh, 7, like I keep seeing it everywhere. So you pay attention to 7s more. So I was like, I think like that's my lucky number. That's how I see it now for sure. Like if anything, I will always pick 7.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Mine is 13. And 13 and 7, truly. Like, two of my favorite numbers are 13 and 7. And our wedding day is 13, 7 of the 13th. So
Oh, I love
July
that.
13. Yes.
I love
So yeah,
that. That's amazing.
and funny, like, funny story with numbers. So I believe those when you say, like, you keep seeing that and like you feel like this is your number. I truly believe that because I feel like a lot like it. And when my daughter was born now, like Millie, when she was born in Lithuania, my mom was like guessing all these. Like I told Brock's parents, my parents, to guess the time
Mhm.
and what birth weight and whether it's a boy or girl because we didn't know, right? And so my mom guessed everything. She guessed that it's a girl. She guessed her weight to like I think 100 grams, and then she guessed the time of birth by 2 minutes.
I can't
She
believe.
literally she said it's gonna be 1:15. She's gonna be born, and she was born 13:12, which is 13 my basketball number when I used to play, and 12 is Brock's basketball number that he
Oh
plays.
my
So
god.
when I honestly I say the story and I'm like, oh, I have like kind of goosebumps. Like when the doctor was like, yeah, right, 13:12, and I was like, I looked at Brock, I was like, 13:12. I was like, what?
That's,
That's
that's
crazy.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
So yeah,
believe.
numbers have a lot of meaning. I think I truly believe that.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of threes lately, and like I don't know if you know like angel numbers, like one one
Yeah,
one
yeah.
two two. It's like it keeps popping up. I haven't looked what it meant, like 333. Every time I look at the time, it's like 333. I don't know what it means. I'm
That's
gonna check
crazy.
it. But it's like I believe in how do you say it? I have hard time saying this word because English is my second language.
What is it?
Spirituality.
Spirituality? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we said it
Yeah.
right at the same time. Yeah, yeah. I actually had I had a numerologist because I truly, like I said, I
Really?
believe in numbers. I had a numerologist, like, I talked to her and she wrote out that my like my numbers and what they mean and all these things about it's from your birthplace and the time when you were born and whatever. So it's pretty interesting. It's like when you say 333, like there are all these numbers that come in threes, that come in twos, and you can basically tell so much about you. If you believe in that, that's like worth looking into.
Oh, give me his number or her number,
Yeah,
numerologist.
yeah, I can actually. She's Lithuanian, but she lives in Cyprus, so I'm sure that she would be speaking English if you want to talk to her. She has like her own whole thing going on.
Okay, after the podcast, don't forget.
Okay. Um, so then, continuing the tattoo conversation, I know that you said if Olympiacos is gonna win the EuroLeague, you're gonna get a tattoo.